Hi everyone, this is a very quick video, hopefully, about the double angle identities or the double angle rules. Now I've just written here as a summary our previous rules about the angle sum and differences between for sines and cosines, and we'll be making use of these. Now imagine, which one will we do first? Well, we do sine, I think. If we had sine of 2 alpha, we would think of this as the sine of alpha plus alpha, naturally enough, and then we would use our first rule here. So as we can see, it's the sine of the first angle by the cosine of the second angle. Now in this case, both the first and second angle are the same, plus cosine of the first angle by the sine of the second angle. Cosine of the first, sine of the second. Now it really doesn't matter when we multiply which one's first and second. This is 2 sine alpha cosine alpha, and that's the sine of 2 alpha. That's our first of the double angle identities. Now what about cosine of a double angle? Cosine of 2 alpha. That one, let's go blue highlight. Cosine. So we remind ourselves it was cosine of the first by cosine of the second, then subtract sine of the first by sine of the second. So I would have cosine of, I'll write this as cosine of alpha plus alpha just to match what I did previously. So I'd have cosine of the first by cosine of the second minus sine of the first angle by sine of the second angle. Now that's cosine squared alpha take sine squared alpha. That's good. That's certainly one of the rules that we would use. Now from the Pythagorean identity, let's just make a note here. Cos squared theta plus sine squared theta equals 1. That's from one of my previous videos. So if I wanted to isolate cosine squared, it would be 1 take sine squared. I could replace cosine squared here with 1 take sine squared alpha, and I still have take sine squared alpha sitting there, which would give me 1 take 2 sine squared alpha. Now that's nice, but that was replacing cosine squared. What if I left that one? What if I replaced sine squared? Sine squared would be 1 subtract cos squared. So I'd be subtracting 1 take cos squared. Now cos, subtract a negative is add, so that's 2 cos squared alpha, and then subtract 1. I might write those out a bit more neatly. So this all started life as cosine of 2 alpha and the first useful expression was this one, cos squared alpha take sine squared alpha. The second one, 1 take 2 sine squared, and there's the third one. So the second one was 1 take 2 sine squared. And the last one was 2 cos squared alpha take 1. Now there's 3 different ways you can deal with the cosine of a double angle. really just remember the first one, and then if you need to change the expression, use the Pythagorean theorem. If you remember the first one, you'll be in business. And of course, for sine of a double angle, it was just the same expression each time. That's all for double angles. That was a nice short little video.